Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, nothing goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane.
Someone roars, Bobby scores.
Good old hockey game. Oh!
Hockey game. Best game you can play.
And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Salutations, Earthlings. If you have not figured out yet, this is hands down the greatest sports talk show you have absolutely never heard of. Welcome to Trash Talk Sports. I'm Richie G, joining you from the greatest taco city in the world, Austin, Texas, with my co-host and partner in crime, the oyster masturbator himself, the goalie between the pipes and one of the biggest intramural comebacks of the century, joining us from the Death Valley, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Ellis Chappie Chapman. What's cracking?
What's up, sports fans? How we doing? We've got a lot to talk about today. Let's get down to nitty-gritty business. First things first, Richie. The MLB playoffs. Yo, is it me or do the Braves fans still cry too loud?
I kind of thought it was ironic that on Columbus Day, the Braves, the Indians, and the Redskins all got their asses kicked. Do you think that's a coincidence or what's the deal here? Oh, by the way, Ovechkin goal, Caps up 4-2. Boom. Suck it, Vegas.
4-2. Let's go, Caps.
We'll get into that later, but, Braves fans, they should just be happy that they were in the playoffs, that they had a chance at it. Of course, that division really sucked ass as the Nationals just kind of choked it away.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how the Braves fans feel. It's kind of like when the Titans go to the playoffs and then lose in the first round.
Actually, false. We beat Kansas City at Kansas City last year. So, what do you got to say about that, Ellis? What do you got to say? Comeback victory at Kansas City.
Here's what I got to say. The Redskins won the bye.
They had a great bye week.
We got our ass whooped yesterday, and we're still in first place.
In the worst division in football.
Worst division in football ever. It's so bad. It might be worse than when the NFC West had like the 7-9 Seahawks go to the playoffs
as division champs.
Yeah.
Oh my God! All right, but that's a whole other topic. But yeah, let's finish up the playoff debate here. Honestly, kind of a lackluster performance so far. The wild card games were honestly great. Brewers and Cubs went into like extra innings. The Rockies and Dodgers, was it? No, Rockies and someone else.
Braves?
No, Braves won the division, so they were in. Oh, it doesn't matter at this point because neither teams are in it.
Right.
But those are both good games. I was like, all right, this is going to be a good playoff series. But no, the Red Sox dominated the Yankees top to bottom, 3-1. The Astros swept the Indians. I honestly didn't even know that was – honestly, all those games, Astros, Indians – the first pitch was at noon or 1 o'clock. It's as if the MLB didn't want anybody to watch those games. It was kind of, hey, these games are happening. If you're at work, don't watch them because it's an embarrassment for the MLB because the Astros are that good.
Yo, let's talk about good. Let's talk about the Red Sox, man. 108 wins on the year. Absolutely just dominated the first round. I hate Boston, and I hate everything Boston sports stands for. But they're good. Like, dangerously good. I think the Dodgers are going to win this NLCS, but sadly, I think the Red Sox are going to win it in 5, man. I think they're going to beat the Astros in 6 or 7, though. The Astros are going to put up a fight. I think it'll be in 6. But I think the AL is just a lot better this year.
The ALCS will be better than the World Series.
Yeah.
Hands down. No questions about it.
Just like the West last year in the NBA.
Yeah. Pretty much every year. But like you said, the Red Sox, they're kind of scary good. They sneak up. Obviously, the best record in the MLB, 103, 105 wins, whatever the hell it was, didn't matter.
108.
They had an absurd amount of wins. Still, the Orioles had more losses than the Red Sox had wins. Worst team ever.
They were bad.
Yeah,
They were really, really bad.
That was like a high school team that half their players were either stoned or drunk.
Well, like a lot of their starters got recruited by the private school on the other side of town and got paid.
Yeah, exactly. It was like a public school where all their good players left to go to the private school.
And that private school is Boston and New York.
Yeah, but the one good player they had, Manny Machado, he's still in the playoffs.
Yeah.
For the Dodgers, and I think he's making a huge impact.
So how do you get the Orioles to the World Series? Trade him?
Orioles World Series champions 2019. Calling it. Don't bet on that. Do not bet. Do not put money on that, people, please.
Yeah, Richie, especially you.
Yeah, I've cut my gambling. I think it's time. It was a fun run.
Too much money?
I made a little money. But it's a slippery slope, and it's just not worth it. Just not. I think come March Madness and the Super Bowl, I'll put some money down. But right now, because I've been picking games, and I haven't been really doing that well this season. March Madness is kind of cool because there's just so many games. But right now, it's tough. It's tough to. I haven't read the season this well. It's been a clusterfuck in this NCAA and NFL world, to say the least.
Well, Richie, what do you think for World Series? Who's going to win? What's our finals?
Hey, from the beginning of the year, my AL pick was the Houston Astros to not just win the ALCS, but win it all. I'm sticking with the Astros. I think they got the good lineup. I think they're going to go back-to-back. But I think the Brewers, dude, I really like how hot they are. They got hot at the right time. They have I believe will be the MVP in Yelich, I believe his name is. They got him from the Marlins. I think the Brewers I think they're going to beat the Dodgers. I just don't think the Dodgers are as powerful as they were last year. Machado will be good, but I got Astros in 7 and Brewers in 6.
Wow. And
then Houston's going to sweep in the World Series. Take that to the bank.
Well, we'll see.
Who do you got, Ellis? What are you thinking?
I already told you, Red Sox, Dodgers.
Oh, that's right. You had a pretty good pick early in the year with the Cubs and Yankees starting off. Both made.
They were contenders going into the end of the year still.
Yeah, I mean, technically they both made the playoffs. The Cubs were close, but they were in the postseason at least. But I thought the Yankees. I knew the Red Sox were going to win, but I thought it was going to be a closer battle. The Yankees got their asses handed to them.
Yeah, Red Sox are just that good.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. But this also shows you that home runs don't win playoff games. They don't win They might win games, but they don't win series.
Pitching wins series.
Pitching, yeah, absolutely. And I just don't think they had the pitching. They got some good talent, but they're going to need more.
You can't pitch, go home.
Yep. And the Yankees are going back to New York, which sucks.
Speaking of world champions, did you see the Washington Capitals put a hurting on the Boston Bruins last week in the season opener?
That was, last year the season ended with tears of joy, and this year it began with tears of joy. Raising the banner, seeing the recap of it all, and then just kicking the living piss out of the Boston Bruins. You said it. I hate Boston sports. Yes, they're successful, but I absolutely hate them, mostly for that reason.
I hate them because I hate them.
Yes. I mean, listen, in our lifetime, every major sport, the Celtics, the Bruins, the Red Sox,
goddamn Patriots
have won a championship. Multiple championships. So it's just like, what the hell?
Even in one sport.
Yeah. So all we know is Boston is the greatest sports city in the world. People can argue, but that's, all we know and all of witnesses, Boston's great. And it was great to just see the Caps 7-0, a shutout in the first game. Incredible.
They pulled their goalie. Yaroslav Halak came on.
Halak.
He fucked us up.
But I was honestly kind of pissed off how end of the game Marchand got in a fight with, I believe it was Jacob Verana or Lars. I think it was Lars Eller. Yeah, it was Lars Eller. And all right, so as you know in hockey, as we all learned in the Mighty Ducks, it goes stick, gloves, shirt, and helmet. Okay? Marchand left his helmet on while he fought. That's what are you doing, dude? Yeah, first of all, if you're gonna fight, you have to grow a pair of balls. And you cannot leave your helmet on. That's just facts.
Mm-hmm. You got to be willing to take that. If you're willing to dish it to clock, you got to be able to take it, man.
So this one guy,
that's not gentlemanly.
Marchand the Licker, as you know, most of you guys remember, he likes to lick people.
I am good.
Kind of his thing.
Definitely catches people off guard. It's a head thing.
It is mental. It's also very gross and
disgusting.
I would love to see his STD
Those
record.
people are fucking sweaty as fuck. That's gross.
Yeah. Oh, offsides. No goal for Vegas. Haha, that sucks. But anyway, go Caps. But then, of course, they lose in fashion, 7-6 at Pittsburgh. So what else? But they're doing well. I like how the Caps are playing. But also, Ellis, there are a bunch of other very good young teams in the NHL this year, which kind of had me a little nervous about what's going to happen.
You know who I'm worried about? Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's a team that I think could make a legit cup run. Okay.
Again. That's people. When you look at the professionals picks, I don't understand who makes them professionals, but whatever. That's a whole different ballgame. The Tampa Bay Lightning are a big one. Toronto Maple Leafs, obviously with the big pickup of Tavares to have Austin Matthews. The New York Islanders, very good team. Also Barry Trotz's new team. Pittsburgh Penguins are always in there. Vegas is in there, like you said. The Ducks and the San Jose Sharks are up there, but nothing that I saw picked the Capitals to win. Nobody, Ellis.
Nobody wants to. Nobody believes in it again. None of my friends.
Nobody did. Yeah. Well, guess what?
It's okay to believe.
It's okay to believe. It's okay to believe in this team. I think it's because they have new blood. Their second line of Evgeny Kuznetsov, Lars Eller, Jacob Vrana, those guys can play now. They have experience. They have grown up, matured. The Capitals are deep. And I'm going to say this now. Do not be surprised if you see the Capitals back in the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm calling it now. I think they're going to go back. They're going to go deep.
I will say Tom Wilson needs to calm down or he's going to get a season-long suspension.
But that's a tough play. We're referencing right now Tom Wilson knocking the living piss. That's probably my new favorite.
Dude, you saw that hit, though. That was incredible.
I did see the hit.
Preseason or not, incredible hit.
Now listen, as a hockey player and a hockey referee, let me break this down to you. The St. Louis Blues player came into the attacking zone with the puck. He had the puck. He shoots the puck. And before he's done with the follow-through, it was a bang-bang play. Tom Wilson just knocks his head off. But
he headhunted him, man. He, targeted him and everything.
Tom Wilson's a big boy. When he stands up straight, he's 6'4", 6'5".
That's a lot of momentum on ice, bro.
Oh, it's a lot of weight. This guy needs to learn, dude, to adapt, to get low, use your tool, and sometimes just knock them off the puck instead of knock them on their ass. I think that's something he's got to learn if he wants to be in this league for more than one season. Because, like you said, I think they might suspend him for the next one for a season or something terrible.
Yeah. He's not going to last if he can't play.
Yeah. If they keep doing it, the Caps are just going to listen, we love you, but we can't keep living like this.
You're a liability.
Yeah. And that's what it comes down to. Are you worth it financially to only play half a season, a quarter of a season, no season for how you –
Financially, that's good reason not to play you.
Yeah. So I think he's got to get his shit together. I don't think he deserved a 20-game suspension, maybe a 5, maybe a 10, but
I think they did need to crack down on him because he's the first player ever to have 3 suspensions in a single season. Now, does the NHL have it out for Tom Wilson? Perhaps a little bit, but
I think theory. Tom Wilson hooked up with one of the NHL Board of Safety directors' daughters or cousins, or maybe even wives, even.
Probably got with Gary's wife.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him, man.
Yeah, he's a fine strapping young lad.
He's
great with the co-eds.
And he's a Canadian, so he just is a sweet talker because all Canadians are very smooth,
very polite,
very gentlemanly.
I know. The shit out of you. Are you okay?
Are you okay? There's some syrup and some bacon.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. Hey, let's go play hockey, eh?
But yo, on the note of hockey, I'm worried about dude, I really think it's the Caps here again. But it's the Penguins that scare me the most.
I have nightmares about the Pittsburgh Penguins. I won't lie to you.
Cold sweats. Wake up in the middle of the night. Me too.
All right, so on my pick out of the Eastern Conference, I'm going with my boys. I'm going with the Washington Capitals. To hell with all the haters. I think the Caps are coming out of the East. But out of the West, it's kind of a tough call right now. It's early in the season, but
I think we're going to have a repeat cup, man. But I don't think the outcome will be the same.
Shut the fuck up. Don't ever say that.
We're going to win in 7.
Well, that would be a thing of beauty. I can handle all the stress, but it would be a thing of beauty.
What up, Butte? What up, Real Butte?
I think it's going to be either Vegas or San Jose.
I'm also worried about Pittsburgh again, man.
They're going to haunt us. As long as Crosby and Malkin are on that team, they will haunt us till the end of time.
Dude, Malkin might be one of the best centers of our day.
I think he is. He's so underrated because he's with Crosby. But, I mean, that man, the way he plays, the way he creates space, his shot.
That's the same thing with Backstrom, man. Backstrom's also one of the best at his position. He is the best at his position.
Yeah, people just don't appreciate him. Kind of the same thing because there's another superstar. But Backstrom and Malkin, they're just quiet guys, workhorses.
Just popping 100 assists out a season or whatever.
Yeah. It's kind of the opposite. Backstrom is the assist maker. He actually just scored his first goal of the season tonight. And Malkin's the goal scorer because Crosby feeds him. And for the Caps, Ovechkin's the goal scorer.
Yeah.
They each have similar roles, similar pairings. Batman, Robin, I would say Superman, Batman. Just each can do something great but different. But go Caps, baby. Back to back. That's what we're saying. Back to back.
Back-to-back champs. Fuck it, let's do it again. Fuck it, let's move on. On next. Yo, let's talk about the NBA. And so so let's just agree first off. The West is the real NBA. But because they have to have a contender out of the East.
Legally speaking.
I think the Celtics. I hate Boston. They're really fucking good at every sport right now. Every fucking sport. Basketball, the Celtics are easily contenders. Hockey, the Bruins are always a tough team. Football, the goddamn Patriots. And the Red Sox are going to win the World Series.
Yep. All that city knows is parades.
I think Boston might win this. I think the Celtics are the biggest contender out of the East right now. There is no team in the East that can compete.
Yeah,
Toronto, maybe.
You think J.R. Smith and Kevin Love can do anything?
No, J.R. Smith's high, and he still forgot about last season. And Kevin Love needs to get off that team because he is just way too good for that city.
Yeah.
Nothing but love for my boy Kevin Love.
I think it'll be interesting. You brought up Toronto with Kawhi Leonard to see how they play. But I think Boston right now is the team to beat. They're kind of sneaky good. They don't have a lot of
Kyrie, they got rookies coming in.
Horford, yeah. If what the hell is that white boy's name?
I forget, to be honest.
Gordon Hayward. If Gordon Hayward can stay healthy, I mean, dude, that's a scary team. Don't sleep on the Celtics, but I mean, yeah, it's going to be Celtics or Toronto, so that's pretty cut and dry because no one else is going to compete in the East.
Now to the real talk.
Yeah, now this is the debate.
Now, for all our trash talkers, I want an ABC answer. We're going to get a live Twitter stream poll right now. Going to see what everybody thinks. Will the Golden State Warriors win? Will the Warriors of Golden State win? Will the Golden State basketball players win? Or will the Los Angeles LeBrons win?
All right, so right now we have a.
We'll give you 30 seconds because we know we're trending hard.
Yeah, we gotta get all the votes in early. Just gonna say this early lead to the Warriors of Golden State right now. So I didn't really expect that, but it's what the fans choose.
Wow, Golden State's getting a lot of love, man. They're up to 800,000 votes out of 600,000.
Kind of surprising.
We're trending, man.
We're doing it big, but I mean, yeah.
Dude, Golden State's gonna do it for a fourth fucking year.
I don't know.
How is this possible?
Stop them. Who's gonna do
San
it?
Francisco doesn't even deserve good basketball. They're like a football town.
Yeah, they're a city of. They are a city of brotherly love. If you pick up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, they are. Hard love.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's what you're into. Hey, more power to you. But that's what they're into. I don't know who's going to beat him. I think it's cool. LeBron. Actually, I don't give a shit about LeBron. I think he's doing his own thing. He's just in it for money. He's done winning championships because I think this is not the year that LeBron's going to dethrone Golden State. If it's going to happen, it'll be next year when Anthony Davis or Jimmy Butler comes to the Lakers. Because one other player is coming. I think.
We need to.
I don't know who, but one other player is definitely going to go to the
Golden
Lakers.
State's got to disband the team.
But I don't think any of them want to leave. They're all fine with what they're doing, making money.
Winning rings. Because that's what's going to set LeBron from Jordan forever. The rings. It always comes down to the rings.
We'll do another big debate, sports debate. Tom Brady in Montana. Everyone before Brady won his fourth and fifth was just like, oh, he's not that good. Like, he doesn't have the rings. Now that he has them, the argument's dead. He's the greatest.
He's the GOAT.
And if LeBron wins, I don't think he will. But if LeBron wins 2 more, then yeah, sure, he's the greatest. But as of now, no. Jordan. Rings.
So who do you think we got? I'm going to pick Golden State being the Celtics in 6. 5, even.
I'm going to pick Golden State, and they're going to win the championship in 4 games. Yep, because no one else can stay with them. I think they'll be the Celtics, but it'll take 4 games, and that'll be all, folks. I mean, people are going to – we got a lot of hate right now on Twitter. People are saying Houston. What about Houston? What about Oklahoma City? What about them, dude?
Where have they been?
James Harden.
3 years.
James Harden ain't going to do shit. His whole team is disbanded pretty much. They lost a lot of key players. Oklahoma City isn't going to do it. They don't have the matchup with all the
there is
strong
one
power.
team that could go far that we haven't talked about. Watch out for the Pelicans, man.
Oh, my God. Don't even start.
Dude,
They're good for one playoff series.
Do not count out the Pellies.
They're good for one playoff series. Anthony Davis, great player, but he's on his way out. He doesn't want to be in New Orleans. Trash hole of a town.
Everybody wants to be on bourbon, bro. Ain't that right, Bagheera?
What the hell was that? Ugh. Oh, boy, candy corn.
I don't think they're going to go far, but I think they can make it to the second or third round, dude.
I'll say second. I'll give them second. I think they got they like the playoff potential. They have that not it factor, but they have
But they
the
don't have
intensity
they don't have
factor.
the depth.
They have a good intensity factor. But yeah, I think New Orleans can surprise a few people if they stay hot. They got Eric Gordon. But Golden State. We're in greatness. Let's just sit back and watch
Let's
because
just watch what's happening.
ain't nobody going to. Golden State was so good, and then they picked up Kevin Durant.
Right? It's like
And
if this
then they
wasn't
picked
enough.
up Kevin
Boom.
Durant. I don't even get it anymore. What's the point of the NBA?
Well, let's move on. On to golf. Shout out to Tiger Woods for winning his first championship in over 10 years. Shout out to you, Tiger. You're an old guy, but it's good to see you back on top. And I think golf and viewership may show the same thing. Golf's just more interesting with Tiger. Shout out Captures 152.
Yeah, baby. Oshie with the open netter.
But with just golf's better with Tiger. I mean, he's old. I'd like to see some of these younger guys, like Ricky Fowler and Jordan Spieth, maybe do some more. But everybody loves Tiger.
I mean, dude, how can you not? I mean, when we grew up, it was all Tiger. I mean, Tiger was winning championships left and right. Every Sunday, it was all right. What's Tiger going to do today?
At
You know
16,
he's gonna
it's
be
like, what tournament's he winning this week?
And just to see what that man has been through, with his life and physically with the surgeries, to come back and be where he is today. I mean, he played in the Ryder Cup, which is, for those of you that live under a rock, the biggest golfing event every other year, period.
Between the U.S. and Europe.
Yeah, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But, yeah, shout out to Tiger doing big things. I guess he's having sex again.
He never stopped.
He went to sex rehab and he's
just got more expensive hookers now. He was on some cheap cocaine sluts back then. Now he's on some fine broads.
Do you think Stormy Daniels hit him up?
Yeah, she did more than just hit him up.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Anyway, let's talk about the Ryder Cup, man. Europe beat the shit out of America. That was just sad.
My arch nemesis, Sergio Garcia, played incredibly well. It hurts my mouth to say those words. But he played well. Tommy Fleetwood played well. Everyone was just firing all cylinders. USA started off the weekend well. But that's the thing. It wasn't good enough.
We couldn't hold on.
And Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, they were doing well. But Tiger, I think the biggest disappointment came down to Tiger Woods and Patrick Reed. They got their asses handed to them by Tommy Fleetwood and I think Rocco. But it was just kind of like, damn. They were in France, so I get they had the home European crowd. Beautiful, beautiful facilities out there. But I'm going to say this. I guess Tiger's just not into French women. I think that's what it came down to. Tiger didn't get laid, so they lost. Game, set, match. No sex, no victories for Tiger.
I don't think Tiger didn't have sex at all.
Oh, curveball. Do you think he did it after the tournament, though? Because he definitely was getting laid on Thursday or Friday.
He was feeling off, because the night before, she wanted to try anal. But she had to make him stop, and he couldn't come. They just threw him off his game.
Ah, that poor bastard.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I guess he just couldn't handle European women. What can you say?
They love it in the butt, man.
Personal experience or just reading memoirs?
Well, yeah, every time I go to Europe, I always hit up the anal broads.
Oh, interesting.
You don't do the same thing?
Well, I can't say that I haven't dabbled in Europe, but,
Neither have I.
I do dabble in Amsterdam. And they have all sorts of things going on out there.
Yeah, everything. Yo, college football. Down goes the Tigers.
Oh, heartbreaking loss.
Dude, I can't believe I was low 7 that happened. And that was a critical loss because this week I will be there. The Dogs come to Baton Rouge. Georgia plays the LSU this week. Game of the week, 2 versus 13. I think LSU's going to win. I think LSU's pissed off.
Yeah, I think it's going to be scary. I mean, Georgia's good, but I think LSU, like you said, they got something to prove. They're coming home. Death Valley is a dangerous, dangerous place to play.
If we can beat Georgia, fuck it. Bring on the Tide.
Joe Burrow's got to have a good game. He's got to control.
Dude, Joe Burrow had a good game last week, but his receivers dropped multiple first downs into that final drive. Joe Burrow is looking incredible. To quote ESPN, most quarterbacks are doing algebra. Joe Burrow's doing trig, man.
I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's played very well.
We're going to see a lot of him in the next few years. Not just here at LSU. I think he could be a very high pick in the draft, and he could be somewhat of an Andrew Luck, man. Very much a pro set quarterback, sticking with the run, managing, reading them zones.
I think he has that potential. He's also young, but like you said, the LSU receivers, they step up their game. They need to help him out a little bit. They got the running back power.
They got the run game.
I think LSU is that close to just being a team that can not only beat Georgia, but that can beat Alabama.
Dude, if we can beat Georgia, that changes everything.
I think they come in. Georgia is hot right now. Georgia hasn't really been tested, and LSU has been nothing but tested so far.
Dude, hardest schedule in FBS, hands down.
Not even debatable. Can't be debated. It refuses to be debated.
Because Miami's still doing really well. They're 5-1.
Yeah,
we crushed them first game of the year. Auburn's still playing really good. We beat them.
Yeah.
Florida's not a cupcake either.
No, that's a top 25 team. That's a top 15
they definitely
team.
moved up in the rankings this weekend. They beat Mississippi State a couple weeks ago, who we play in next week.
Florida's number 14 right now. I mean, they've played nothing but top 25 teams.
Yeah.
Miami's
Frank. He's a pretty good quarterback. He made some good plays for them.
All right, Ellis, but we could go on, but we love LSU. It's your Tigers, baby.
Go Tigers.
But what was the biggest upset of this past weekend? The Tigers versus the Gators.
It was them. Down goes Oklahoma. How about them horns, baby? Hook them, baby. Hook them.
Dude. Oh, my God. These people went.
Dude, did Austin burn down? Did that city burn?
I think parts of it did. Saw some smoke.
Fifth Street definitely collapsed.
But look, that was a great game. I mean, Texas had the lead there up the whole time. I think they made some stupid mistakes, but, I mean, you beat Oklahoma for the first time in 5 years or something ridiculous.
This is the first time in 10 years your program has been legit contenders.
Yeah.
Since Colt McCoy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Sam Ehlinger is up there. I think he's been playing very well, but there will come a time when he starts getting turnovers. Oklahoma's defense also sucks ass. Terrible defense. But I think when they play West Virginia, they're going to lose.
Watch out for the Mountaineers.
Mountaineers are a good team. But Texas, they did something big against Oklahoma. They've won every game that Texas has played this season against a top 25 ranked team. They've won. Now, granted, TCU and USC aren't ranked, but Texas looked good. Shout out to the Longhorns and Tom Herman proving me wrong and doing big things here in Austin, Texas.
Got a 5-1 squad right now. The team I think you need to worry about is your Fighting Irish.
Oh, my God, that's scary.
Dude, Notre Dame's played some tough teams. They had a beat the shit out of Virginia Tech this weekend. But, like,
Yeah, let's not talk about
they
that.
beat Duke. They had that big win over Stanford. Yo, watch out for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. This could be a year where Brian Kelly takes them far.
Dude, top to bottom, the Irish look good. Their running back is an NFL caliber running back. They got a good quarterback. Their defense is scary. I think if anyone can kind of scare people and beat an SEC, a Georgia, or Bama late in the season, it'll be a healthy Notre Dame team. Well, the rest of the season, they don't really have them. They got Pittsburgh now. They play Syracuse, Florida State, and I think USC. Kind of sleeper games, but I think Notre Dame can go undefeated and go into the playoff.
So right now, who do you think your Final Four are?
Right now, I'm going to go Alabama. I think Alabama is just in a league of their own. I think Alabama goes. Number 2, Ohio State, the Ohio State University.
Big win over Penn State.
Big win over Penn State. And also, it's kind of tough for me to say this now. Depending on how what next weeks go, especially this week, it could go. I think I want to say this: the winner of LSU Georgia goes to the playoff. I'm pulling for LSU. I think the Tigers can do it, but they got to beat Georgia. If they beat Georgia, LSU is going to the playoff, and then the fourth and final team is Notre Dame. Those are my final 4/5.
I'm picking Alabama, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and then the winner of the ACC, Clemson.
Clemson has to win whoever comes out of the other division is going to be
has to be Clemson.
Miami is not going to the playoff.
It has to be Dabo Swinney. It has to be them. There's no other.
Clemson has to win out. Clemson cannot lose at this point, but they've looked very shaky. That's why I'm kind of hesitant. They always have lost a regular season game at this point or in a few weeks. So,
dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think the SEC legit has more talent than they have 5 teams that could almost be in the top 10 to 15.
Yeah, that's scary. Terrifying.
That's I think fair.
With Clemson, their quarterback Kelly Bryant transferring somewhere. Who knows yet? I think he'll go somewhere in the ACC, maybe North Carolina or NC State. But
yeah, I think he went to NC State.
That'd be crazy. But dude, I don't see it in Clemson this year. They barely beat A&M in a very sloppy game. There was a time where Syracuse was beating them late in the game. I don't think they have it this year. I think Clemson's really hyped, or they've just been stuck in their own dicks too much. But I don't think Clemson's going to get back to the playoff. Oklahoma sure as hell isn't.
Well, they're not. Stanford's not. And I said to watch out for them.
Stanford's not. Yeah, that was disappointing the last few weeks.
These are top 5 right now. Was it Wisconsin up there?
No, it was Wisconsin lost early. Obviously, looking at it right now, Bama 1, Georgia 2, Ohio State 3, Clemson 4, Notre Dame 5, West Virginia 6. West Virginia's a team that could sneak in, win the Big 12.
Out of the fucking Big 12 could sneak in.
If West Virginia goes undefeated and wins, obviously they go undefeated to win the Big 12. I think they get the 4th spot over that second SEC team because of the Big 12 championship game. A lot could happen, but I think a thing to bet on for sure is Alabama will be in the college football playoff. I think that's something you should.
And Ohio State, man. The only other team that can beat Ohio State is Michigan or Michigan State, and Harbaugh doesn't. Michigan's not good, and I don't think Harbaugh's that good.
Yeah, Michigan's. They're 5-1, but it's just kind of like, what have you done? It's like,
If you haven't beat Ohio State, you ain't done nothing. If you ain't beat Urban, you ain't done shit.
Yeah, that's the big rivalry. So I mean, that could come down to it at the end too. The
You
Big
could go
Ten.
1-10. If you beat Ohio State, you're signing on for another year, sir.
I mean, this week is huge against Wisconsin. I think this will be a big test. And then also in 2 weeks, they play Penn State, which is another huge test. And then, of course, Ohio State end of the year. So Michigan, I mean, Michigan's got it. If they want a chance, they got to win out. No doubt about it.
If Penn State wants a good bowl bid, they better fucking step up.
Yeah, I think Penn State, like their coach was saying, they're great, but they're not elite. They're not there yet.
Ohio State is.
Oh yeah. That was one of the greatest games.
That was incredible.
I've seen in a long
That quarterback, oh my God. I hope the coach gave him a Blumpkin after that.
Oh, you know Urban hired some people. You know.
This is Columbus, sir.
This is my city.
This is my town, local.
All right, but let's get to the professionals, the professional footballs.
Shout out to the first place 2-2 Washington Redskins.
God damn! All these Redskins fans thinking they're going to make the playoffs. Honestly, you could make the playoffs being 7-9 in that division.
That's the sad part. I still think we're going 6-10, but hey, we might be second in the division by the end of the year at 6-10.
You might be tied for first place in the division at 6-10.
Cowboys suck. Giants suck worse. The Eagles are not Super Bowl caliber like they were. And the Redskins are atrocious.
That brings up a good point. There was a quote by Lane Johnson, who is an Eagles defensive lineman. In an interview in 2018, he had a quote, "Not to be reckless, but I'd much rather have fun and win a Super Bowl than be miserable and win 5 Super Bowls. But hey, it is what it is." Guess what, buddy? You're not going to win a Super Bowl this year. You might not even go to the playoffs this year, but guess what? New England very well might win another Super Bowl. You
think Belichick and Brady are happy with their success?
Yes, the name of the game is to win. And they win. What the hell?
Do you ever think they're satisfied? Do you ever think they're satiated?
Are you washing stuff right now during the middle of a show with 100,000 people watching?
I'm making coffee.
All right, let's get some tweets in about this crap.
Oh, shit. Yo, Folgers just asked if they can sponsor us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say thank you to our sponsor, Folgers. You know, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
You gave the ad and the sponsorship away before signing on the dotted line. That was for free, Ellis. Damn it.
Damn it. I always mess it up.
Always jumps the gun. But hey, you know, what do you think about that? Would you rather be miserable and win, or would you be happy and win 1 Super Bowl for your career?
Well, you ever seen The Waterboy with Adam Sandler?
Yeah. My mama always said.
Mr. Coach Red Bow, he said, son, you know the only thing better than win 1 crawfish dinner? 5 crawfish dinner. I want to win. I want to be on the best franchise. I am the best. Fuck that.
Yeah, I like winning.
Yeah, you put your feet on that thing.
Yeah, I do. I clean my feet. It's good for my toes.
Keep it out of your mouth, you nasty fuck. Yeah, but winning's fun. There's 2 types of people. There's people who like to play to win, and there's people who don't lose. I play to not lose.
I play to win, baby.
No, not even that.
I lose, but I play to win.
I play to not lose because I hate fucking losing.
All right, but so what was more embarrassing this weekend, do you think? The Cleveland Browns, that is right, the Cleveland Browns beating, I'm not lying, the Cleveland Browns beat the Baltimore Ravens. or the Buffalo Bills beating the Tennessee Titans. Both teams were 3-1, and both the other teams that won suck. So what's the more embarrassing win?
Tennessee. I don't understand Buffalo. Because, after week 2, we're, thinking, yo, is this team going to go 0-16? They had a player leave their fucking game at halftime. And then, the last 2 games, they beat the shit out of Jacksonville, who we thought was going to, go 16-0. And they beat Tennessee. Now, I don't know if it's embarrassing, but, I'm proud of the Browns.
I think the Browns are going to win more games than the Redskins this year.
2-1. They already have.
No, I think they will.
Yeah. That division's not good right now.
Yeah, that division might be the second worst division in football. Yeah, the NFC West is definitely one of the worst. But I think the Buffalo beating Tennessee was more embarrassing. Cleveland's a good team on the rise.
I think
quarterback.
I agree. Tennessee losing because the Ravens aren't good, and everybody kind of is giving the Browns their props right now.
As I think they're deserved. They've restructured their roster.
Baker, baby.
Baker sanity has begun in Cleveland, and I think he's going to become the new LeBron. But like LeBron,
something like that.
Like LeBron James, Baker Mayfield will leave Cleveland eventually. Maybe 2 years, maybe 4 years, but that man will leave Cleveland for another franchise. So mark my words. A Texas boy in Cleveland? Yeah, forget it.
Dude, he might come to Houston.
Yeah, he might. He might come to Houston. Bring him home. Then he's in the Tennessee division. Oh, Jesus.
Yo, shout out to Drew Brees breaking the all-time passer record last night against the Redskins.
Another Texan.
And he's on track to beat Peyton for touchdowns, too.
Yeah, that's only a matter of time. Drew Brees is a gunslinger. He's dealt with so much with injuries, with different teams, up and down years, He's had Sean Payton as a head coach for a long time, which has helped him greatly. But I think Drew Brees is an absolute beast. Very
great
much
character.
Yeah, great person, great character. Congratulations to him. I hope he breaks more records along the way. And I'm glad that he beat the shit out of the Washington Redskins because Washington Redskins suck on Monday Night Football. It's official.
Hashtag still in first place.
Yep, that is the Washington Redskins fans, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was watching the game with this guy from Baltimore in my house the other day. And he's like a 40-year-old guy. And he was telling me, yeah, I used to be a Redskins fan in my youth, but – and, before I could stop, and I was like, yeah, man, Daniel Snyder's a devil, but, it is what it is. He lost it. He's like, yeah, that is kind of why I stopped being a Redskins fan. I know.
Yeah, that's sad. It's true. It's sad. I hate the Redskins mainly because I think, like you said, I just don't like the owner. And I was like,
that man is the devil.
I don't like them. I don't like them.
I don't fuck with that.
I just don't like them. But all right, let's get to bigger and better things. NFL picks for the week, Salas. Here we go. On Thursday, tomorrow, we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Football Giants.
Eagles.
Yeah, that's not even arguable. Struggling Tampa Bay at the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday.
Matty Ice, baby.
I agree on that as well. Here's another good one. Pittsburgh, Le'Veon Bell-less versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, I think the Bengals are going to win the North.
You have them winning this game.
Yes.
It's a tough one. I think Pittsburgh's struggling. I think Pittsburgh finds a way to win. I think
Dalton's been playing hot as of late.
Win these division games. I think they find a way to win at Cincinnati, kind of shock everyone. But it's about that time in the NFL when the playoff teams start emerging and the other teams just kind of flake. So we'll see. But I got Pittsburgh beating Cincinnati. All right, next one, the Chargers at the Cleveland Brownies. The Cleveland Brownies are going home. I got Cleveland. I'm loving Cleveland right now. I might pick them every game for the rest of the year.
Go Browns.
Go Browns, baby. Team motto. The Seattle Seahawks that should have ran the ball with Marshawn Lynch on the goal line versus the Oakland Raiders, who now have Marshawn Lynch.
I think I'm picking the Seahawks.
I'm picking Oakland, baby. I like Oakland.
I don't like
Oh, this game is in London. This is in London. Holy crap.
That's a West Coast game as far east as fucking possible.
Good God, it's in fucking London. I think Oakland.
9 a.m. game?
I think Oakland still wins. Marshawn Lynch gets his revenge, and the Raiders and John Gruden get lost at a pub in England and don't make it back.
Yeah, man. I don't trust the Gruden grinder.
Yeah, you do not like that, man.
It's not that I don't like him. I mean, I don't think he's that good of a coach. Or I think he's a really dumb announcer, and it just makes me question his intelligence as a coach.
Yeah, that's very interesting. He's a character, but nevertheless, Chicago Bears at the Miami Dolphins.
The Miami Dolphins.
Kind of a toss-up. I like the Bears right now. I'm going to go with Chicago and Trubinsky. Arizona Cardinals at the Minnesota Vikings.
Vikings, big.
Upset. Vikings win. Indianapolis Colts at the New York Jets. Shitty versus shittier.
Colts.
Ooh, that'll be tough. Yeah, I like the Colts here. I think Sam Darnold's still got a long ways to go. I think Andrew Luck and Sam Darnold are similar players. They, move kind of similarly. They look very similar besides Sam Darnold's flaming red hair. But I got the Colts. Carolina at Washington.
Yeah, I think the Panthers will win by 28.
Jesus. I'm going to say 30.
Dude, the South is the best division in football.
Yeah, hands down. The best division in football right now. And then the Buffalo Bills, not Wild Wings, but the Bills at Houston. Two teams that have been struggling, but both got big wins last week.
Housetown.
I think Buffalo. I like Josh Allen. I think that they figure it out. And he's in a dome, so I think he'll be able to throw the long bombs and get the dub. I got Buffalo.
Yeah, I think Houston needs to. I think they're begging for a win. They're at home. I think they'll find something.
All right. Next, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Denver Mile High Broncos.
Yeah, the Rams are the best team in football right now.
Yeah, Rams are in a league of their own, and that'll be big.
Really good.
Rams will cover. That's all I'm saying. Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Dallas, no longer America's team, Cowboys.
Jaguars.
Yeah, Jaguars big. Dallas sucks.
Jaguars are good. Leonard Fournette, baby. Shout out LSU.
And then this is kind of a interesting game. We talked about both teams earlier. The Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans.
Okay, Richie. The Titans.
Fuck else. I don't pick the Titans. They play very well at home. Mariota also does very well at home. They thrive in front of that crowd. If this was an away game, I'd pick Baltimore. But coming to Tennessee, I think Mike Vrabel figures out a way. They're pissed off from last week. Got a lot of struggles going on. Tennessee needs to get their receivers, and they need a tight end because Delaney Walker's down. But I think they get the dub, Tennessee. Now this next game, Ellis, this is probably the biggest matchup of all season. The Kansas City Chiefs at the New England Patriots.
Chiefs.
Wow.
Chiefs will carry. The Chiefs will cover.
Let's see what's the spread here on this.
Probably like 2.5 or 1.5.
Kansas City's playing well, but I mean it's New England, but it's also the regular season. So does New England even give a shit right now?
Yeah, right? And they're in the NFC, the AFC fucking East. Does this even matter?
That's kind of my thought.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs will win and cover the spread big.
I'm trying to find the spread real quick. Then what is the Monday game? All right, Monday night game, kind of stupid. San Francisco versus Green Bay.
Say that again?
San Francisco versus Green Bay is the Monday night game.
Packers, all the way.
Yeah, I got go Pack go. That'll be the dub. Easy dub.
Easy dub.
Packers kind of start getting their momentum as they will go into divisional play, and 49ers are looking to possibly sell their team to Las Vegas, rumor.
The 49ers?
Yeah, I just started that rumor. I think we should spread it.
I
Spread it fast.
don't think that's the right city, though, for that rumor. I think we should stick to, like, Tampa is thinking about getting rid of their program.
See, I just think San Francisco is going to be like, yeah, we only want Golden State. Every other team sucks. That's all we want is Golden State.
We only want Steph, actually.
But all right, that's pretty much it. But we're going to start this segment at the end, and I'm just going to call it the trash talk of the week, shit show of the week, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to lead off with the New York Yankees, being one of the biggest sports dynasties in the history of professional sports. They were outscored 20-4 at home after their fans chanted, "We want Boston." The fans wanted it. They called for it, and they got their asses handed to them at their own stadium.
All right. Well, I see your shit show, and I raise you.
Well, I'm not done, Ellis. I'm not done. All-time postseason record between the Yankees and the Red Sox is 12-11. The Yankees have not won the AL East since 2012, while the Red Sox have won 3 in a row and 4 since 2013. From 1998 to 2006, the Yankees owned the division. They owned baseball. But since that one series where the Red Sox came back down 3-0, this battle, this rivalry has changed. And even though this year the Bronx Bombers hit the most home runs in the MLB, it meant jack shit. They strike out half the time, and any other ballpark besides Yankee Stadium, the hit pop flies. Pitching wins playoff games, and the Yankees don't have it. Yankees, you suck this year. Goodbye.
Yankees, you suck. Okay. I see your trash talk, your shit show of the week, and I raise you. Conor McGregor versus Khabib. Now, the shit show is not Conor McGregor. The shit show is not Khabib. No, the shit show is Khabib. Bro, you won the fight. You won it big. Why you gotta start punching the trainer, man? Like, if you're pissed off, you just won. Like, you're kind of delegitimizing your win. Like, you just, like, you put on a hell of a fight. You really did. That was an incredible bout. But, like, have some couth, bro. Don't be a fucking asshole. Especially don't go fighting the trainers. You're probably going to lose that fight from the commission anyways. So, Khabib, get your shit together. As Morty would say, get it in a box, tidy it up, and get your shit together. That is my shit show of the week.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 26. You've just been educated, and guess what? What time is it? 10:24, and OU still sucks.
OU still sucks.
Peace.
Out.